Hi everyone. Today I will tell you my real story. It is not a happy story. It is a story of love, of trust, and of deep pain. This story changed my life. It changed the way I look at love, friendship, and myself. I want to share it with you. Maybe you will feel what I felt. Maybe you will cry like I cried. But I promise you, this story is real. It is my story. Let me take you back. I was 22 years old. I was simple. I was shy. I did not know much about love. Then I met Arav. He was tall. He had kind eyes. His voice was soft but strong. He smiled at me like I was the only girl in the world. At first, we were just friends. But slowly, things changed. He started texting me every day. Did you eat? Did you smile today? Are you thinking about me? And yes, I was thinking about him. All the time. Arav was gentle. He listened to me when I cried. He made jokes when I was sad. He held my hand when I was scared. We went to the park, to the movies, and long night walks. Every time we walked, he would touch my hand. Softly, like he was afraid to break me. I felt safe with him. I remember one night, we were walking under the stars. He looked at me and said, "I don't know what I did to deserve you." And I smiled, but inside, my heart was dancing. I loved him. I really loved him. After 2 years, Arav asked me to marry him. He took me to the beach. There was a small box in his hand. He opened it. Inside was a ring, a small, beautiful diamond. He went down on one knee and said, "Will you be mine forever?" Tears filled my eyes. I couldn't speak. I just said, "Yes." We had a small wedding, just family and close friends. I wore a white dress. He looked at me like I was a queen. Everyone said we were perfect. And for some time, I believed that too. Now let me tell you about Ria. Ria was my best friend since college. She was funny. She was beautiful. She always knew what to say. We laughed together. We cried together. We told each other everything. She was the sister I never had. I trusted her. I loved her like family. When I got married, she stood next to me. She helped me with everything. She even fixed my hair on my wedding day. She said, "You are the most beautiful bride I've ever seen." I hugged her and whispered, "Promise me you'll always be with me." She smiled and said, "Forever," but she lied. After marriage, life was busy. Arav was working more. I was at home most days. We still loved each other, but something changed. He talked less. He laughed less. I thought he was just tired. But then I noticed Ria coming to our house more often. She said she missed me. I believed her. She helped me cook. She brought gifts. Sometimes she came even when I wasn't home. I trusted her. She was my best friend. But one day, something didn't feel right. One morning, Arav was in the shower. His phone beeped. I looked. It was a message from Ria. "Last night was a dream. I can't stop thinking about it." I froze. What was she talking about? I opened the chat. There were more messages. "I miss your touch. Don't worry, she doesn't know. When can I see you again?" I felt like someone punched me in the stomach. I couldn't breathe. Was this real? Was my best friend kissing my husband? I waited. I needed proof. I didn't tell anyone. I just watched and listened. One day, I told Ria I was going out, but I came back early, quietly. I opened the door. The house was silent. Then I heard voices from the kitchen. I walked in, and there they were. Ria, Arav. So close, too close. He was holding her hand. She looked scared when she saw me. I dropped my bag. Arav looked at me like he saw a ghost. I asked only one question: how long? Ria started crying. Arav said nothing. Silence, pain, tears. My world broke that day. After that day, I left the house. I went to my mother's place. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. The pain was too heavy. I trusted them both. I loved them both. And they broke me. Every night I asked myself, why me? Was I not enough? Was my love not strong? Did they ever love me at all? I started writing everything in a diary. Every feeling, every tear, every question. One day I wrote, maybe I needed to break to find my real self. I wanted to hate Arav. I wanted to hate Ria. But I couldn't. My heart was confused. I still missed them. I still remembered Arav's soft voice. I still remembered Ria's laugh. But I also remembered the pain, the kiss, the betrayal. Many days passed. One day I got a letter from Arav. It said, please meet me one last time. I didn't know what to do. My hands were shaking. Do I go? Do I face him again? Or do I let the past stay in the past? I closed my eyes and I said, yes, one last time. I went to the cafe where he asked me to come. It was raining outside. I was shaking, but I kept walking. When I entered, I saw him. Arav was sitting in the corner. He looked tired. His eyes were red. His hands were cold. He stood up when he saw me. I sat down. For 2 minutes, we said nothing. Then he whispered, I am sorry. I looked at him. His voice was low. He said again, I'm sorry. I ruined everything. But it was too late. I asked him, why did you do this to me? He looked down. He said, I don't know. I was weak. I made a mistake. I said, you made a choice, not a mistake. He nodded. I know, I hurt you. I hurt Ria too. She loved you. I destroyed everything. His words were full of guilt, but guilt cannot fix a broken heart. I asked, did you love her? He said, no, I only loved you. I asked again, then why her? He had no answer. A few days later, I got a letter. It was from Ria. She said, I don't deserve your forgiveness. I know I lost the best friend I ever had. I was jealous. I wanted what you had. I never planned to fall for Arav. But when I did, I couldn't stop. I'm sorry. I miss you every day. But I will never come back. I don't deserve to. When I finished reading it, I cried. Not because I missed her, but because I finally let her go. She was my best friend. Now, she was just a memory. After everything, I was alone again. No Arav, no Ria. Just me. But maybe that's what I needed. I started taking small steps. I read books. I went on long walks. I looked at the sky again, and I started writing. Writing helped me heal. Every night, I wrote something in my diary. One day, I wrote, I am not broken. I am becoming. Months passed. I got a job. I moved to a small apartment. I learned to smile again. One evening, I looked in the mirror, and for the first time in a long time, I liked the woman I saw. She was not the same girl who cried for love. She was stronger. She was softer. She was me. On my birthday, I did something new. I wrote a letter, but not to anyone else. I wrote it to myself. Dear me, you have cried enough. You have loved deeply. You have been betrayed, but you still wake up every morning. You still smile at strangers. You still believe in good things. That is strength. That is beauty. That is you. I cried after writing it, but this time it was not pain. It was peace. People ask me, will you love again? And I say, maybe. Love is not a mistake. People make mistakes. Love is still beautiful. But now I know, before I love someone else, I must love myself. One day I saw Arav again. It was at a mall. He saw me and he stopped. I walked past him with a smile, not because I still loved him, but because I no longer hated him. I had healed. He was no longer my pain. He was just a lesson. To the girl listening to this story right now, yes, maybe your heart is broken. Maybe someone hurt you, but listen to me. You are still enough. You are still beautiful. You are still worthy of love. Don't let someone's lie make you forget your truth. Don't stay broken for someone who didn't care. You will rise just like I did. Is this the end of my story? No, this is just the beginning. Because now I am living for me, not for Arav, not for Ria, not for the past. I am living for the girl who cried in silence, the girl who trusted too much, the girl who now smiles again. Thank you for listening to my story. This was not just a story about heartbreak. It was a story about healing, about growing, about becoming strong. If this story touched your heart, please like, comment, and share. And remember, you are stronger than your pain. Until next time,